Hey everybody, Raymond here with the Evercrafter. Thank you for joining me today on Friday for Friday's Fabulous Fakers. I'm a special guest on their group today. So if you're seeing this part, more than likely you're catching a replay. So go ahead, hashtag replay down below or to the side. Let me know who you are, where you're from, and if someone sent you, tell me who did. Alright, give me just 1 second to get myself pulled up on my laptop, and I'll be right back with you. Alright, I'm all pulled up there. I see a few people coming in. Again, my computer is telling me slow connection, so hopefully that's all it does is just say that and not actually act up. Hey Shannon. Hey Yvonne. Hey Vaughn. Hey friend. I know yesterday I saw where you commented and someone called you by a different name. Do you prefer a different name? I didn't see where you responded yesterday. I'm sorry. Hey Lynn. So we have a different setup today than normal. Hope everyone's having a great Friday and have been able to catch some lives today. I have only caught part of Teresa's live and part of Cece's live. It's been busy here today. Denise, okay. Awesome. I will try to remember that. I will do my best. We're going to hope that in a second I can take my glasses off because they're bothering me today. Sister. I don't know why I felt the need to sing that just then. So as some of y'all can tell, different setup. We're going to make a wreath today. Ta-da! Grapevine wreath. I don't think I've ever done that on live, so why not? And my front door does not have a wreath on it, so I have an Easter wreath in the shed. I just didn't go get it because I bought stuff to make a wreath a few weeks ago, and couldn't find any grapevines. But I stopped at Hobby Lobby on the way home from the car lot today, and they had grapevines, so I went ahead and got one and was like, well, that's what we'll do today. It was either that or cookies, so I've done cookies before, I think. I've never done a wreath, so let's make a wreath. Not much longer would you be mine? Oh, honey, honey? Or sugar, sugar? I forgot the words. Sorry. So today we're going to make a spring wreath. And I've already cut all the flowers up off the stems. Probably cut way too many than we need. But we have a store here called Ollie's. I'm not sure if y'all have it anywhere else around here. I think they're just starting to branch more northern. I'm not sure. I know a lot of the viewers are from the East Coast and the North, so y'all may not have it. But Ollie's is a discount store. So what they do is they, hey, Triple A. You love Ollie's? Me too, Lynn. Me too. They had a huge bunch of florals in the other day. And I got probably 4 different bunches of flowers, one being mixed bunches, and some greenery and some wildflower stems, I guess you could say, bunches. I got all of it for under $20, and it's at Michael's probably would have cost me about $60. So great deal. They're not like top tier quality, but they're not Dollar Tree quality either. So that's good. Okay, so New York has one now. Cool. I'd never heard of them until I was young, not younger, well, younger than I am now. Probably about 10 years ago, I went to visit my dad in Hattiesburg, and they had one. And he was all excited because he discovered them while he was in Florida. So Florida, Gulf Shores, Alabama, that area right there, where he discovered them at. But anyways, me too, Tina. I mean, it's a great place, and like some of the things you can get there, I'm shocked at. But yeah, so we're gonna get started on this wreath. It's gonna be more of a wildflower naturally look instead of a full bunch of stuff on it wreath. We are going to do it where I put some greenery in here. Can't really see it on the camera, but from here to here, so we're going to leave sections of it open on the side, and we're going to do one large wild bow here on the side. So we'll get started. First, I'm going to add in some more greenery. Not all of my greenery, but I want to lay a base of the shape first. So what I'm going to do is I've put in these longer pieces here. Not sure what these are called, but I will say that I also have seen these at Dollar Tree this year. It's just a viney plant. So that's what's here, here, and here. But we're going to go in and fill in some of that area with some smaller greenery bushes, pieces. So I like to start with my bigger ones first. I do have to go off camera just a little bit to get the stuff I have it laid to the side here. This layout is the only way I can make this work. So we're going to start with this, which is kind of like a fern leaf. It's not really a fern, but that's kind of what it resembles to me. Oh, yeah, if you signed up for whatever their group is called, Ollie's Army, you're going to get emails constantly. So we're going to start with these to fill in some areas. And I am using a glue pipe for my glue. It is a Sure Bonder glue pipe. I like to do that when I do my florals in a wreath. It just is easier than the glue gun. And I'm just going to go in and start placing them at random spots. There's really no rhyme or reason to the way I place the greenery except to keep the shape. If I would have decided to do this last night, or if I knew I was going to be able to do a wreath today, I probably would have actually went through and put all of my greenery by size. Because I'm that picky sometimes. I know some people in the South like to use the Gorilla Glue hot glue for outdoors. Because my wreaths typically only last a season down here anyways, I tend to use cheaper flowers for that reason. And not really care about using the permanent hot glue. Now if I'm doing something for selling purposes, I'm going to use the high quality products, of course. But for what I'm doing here, the sun is so bad on the front of my house that honestly, I'll be lucky if this was to last an entire season. Like we have to change out, we have to do a curtain with a liner behind it in our living room because the sun is so bright that it just deteriorates curtains. Did I shake hands with them? Hey, Kathleen. Not sure who I shook hands with. Ollie's Army? I don't know. I think I missed a comment. So if you notice, right now I'm kind of leaving this area blank. That's where my bow is going to go. But I'm going to add stuff there, but I just need to make sure I have enough room for my crazy bow. Hey, Michelle. Yeah, nothing lasts there either, Sam. AAA, you're in Florida if I'm correct. So you probably have the same issues that I have with the sun and the heat. And because I am making this for my own home also, I'm not as picky as if I would be if it was something I was putting up for sale. Move the camera down. Okay. Like that. Does that work? Okay. Oh, I think I did not introduce myself. I should have. I apologize about that. Sorry, florals. I'll do better next time that I decide to chop you all up. Okay? I promise. And something I also do. Oh, okay, gotcha, Michelle. Hey, Liza. Something also that I like to do, I'm not doing it today, of course, is I will a lot of times build my entire wreath from start. Like I'll put everything on the wreath that I want on it, and then I will actually take a picture, post the picture on my computer screen. Hey, Debbie, glad you made it. I'm not working with clay today. I'm making a wreath today, but glad you're here. Oh, gotcha. I will actually put everything on my wreath, take a picture of it, take it all back apart, and then glue it back together. I know this is a lot of work, but it's how I make sure that I get everything where I want it. But again, today I didn't do that. I'm not doing that option. All right, so we have pretty much a base of the shape that we want. You do the same, Michelle? Yeah. It's just that way you're not having to glue things then unglue, rip them out. But like I said, today I'm not doing that option. So let me grab my next set of greenery. This one is just a grassy pick. And if you wouldn't mind flocking me out there, see if we can get a few more people in here. Me too. I love ferns. We've actually tried to have ferns here at our house, like real ones. And again, they don't survive here. The lady at the nursery the other day actually told us about a new plant to look into, but I can't remember the name of it right now. That she said does really well down here. So I'm using a glue pot, Debbie. When I do these, a lot of times when I do grapevines, a lot of times I'll use a glue pot to dip these in, just because I feel like it gives me more glue, and it's easier. Now, say that I have some stems come out the back, I may cut those stems off, and then go back in and hot glue in those areas just to make sure it holds. You have a few real fern items? I wish I had, I don't know why I said items. I wish I could do real ferns. I love them. So we have been out and about today doing, Corey's getting a new car. We don't know what kind yet. But he had a few lots that he wanted to go to today. And I didn't know he was off today. So I was like, yeah, I'll go live today. Because if he's at work, I mean, what am I going to do? Nothing anyways, Well, he ended up being off today. So he was like, can we get up and run to some car lots? I said, yeah, no problem. Thank you for flocking me out there. And he has an idea of the type of cars he wants. And today we go to a lot. And one of the cars that he'd wanted in the past, they had on the lot. And I saw it first, and I went over there and looked, and I was like, you might want to come look at this. It's a Hyundai Santa Cruz. It's like a little small truck car. Hey, Sue. Um, I loved it. Like, if I could, I would trade my truck in and get it, even though it's smaller. It's super nice. But it's a used lot, so we're hoping that it works out for him. But there's a few other cars he likes too, so we'll see what happens. Corey's not really a truck guy, but this truck looks more like a small SUV than it does a truck. How are you, Sue? Y'all ladies with the Spanglish Amigas, if I said that correct, I hope. Y'all have y'all's lineup tonight, I see. And I think I saw that Lauren, I believe, and one other, or you have special guests on there tonight for National Women's Month, I believe. So, Sue, that peppermint from last night, I got frustrated. I'm sure some people on the live could tell I was getting frustrated with it wasn't going how I wanted it to. But I did end up ripping the eyes off my peppermint from last night and redoing them in a different way. I went more of a cartoon route with the eyes from last night. And now I don't like the mouth on it. So I'm probably going to end up redoing the mouth also. I'm not sure yet. Okay, yeah, Jennifer, that's who the other one was. From this and that Southern Decor. I knew there was another one. I couldn't remember who it was. You did, Tina. You did tell me to rip them off. And I did. I did it after the live. But I definitely like the new ones better. Hey, Marcella. Marcella. I always either want to say your name wrong or correct. It never is never know. Hey, Justin. Look, I'm working in your professional gal today. We're making a wreath today. All right, I have one set of greenery left, but what I'm going to do is actually save that set of greenery till after I start putting flowers in, so I can fill in some areas with that. That makes sense? And then I have, if I need them, I do have some larger fern leaves. I just would have to grab them out of the other room. But I did buy them for this project, but they did not come from the same place I got everything else. I say it just right. Thank you. So, we have two options. And really, the bushes had yellow, blue, white, and pink on them. And then and yellow. I don't know if I said yellow. Yellow, blue, white, pink. And I have some additional purple and yellow and white. But I'm not a huge fan of the pink flowers that came on them, but I'm going to use them. Let me pull a few over. So, these are the pink flowers that came on the bushes. They're not bad flowers. They're like a peachy pink. So, we'll use them, but they were not my first choice. But the other bushes they had, I didn't like the flowers on at all. So, now if you notice, when you buy flowers, the flowers typically stick straight up. I always tilt mine a little bit to the front. Just get a little angle. And like I said, these are cheaper flowers. They're not Dollar Tree quality, but they're not Michael's or Hobby Lobby quality either. So, I am going to cut the stems down just a little bit. And I don't want a lot of the big ones, but we'll see how it goes. Yeah, didn't really care for the bushes. They weren't my favorite. Yeah, they're kind of dolly-ish. So Justin, oh, have you listened to the new Beyonce album yet? And if you have, were you pleased, surprised, or disappointed? Okay, so that's what I was wondering. Okay, so I liked it, and I'm glad that it sounded like the original, but with a little bit of difference. But it was definitely a change. So my favorite though is the face. I wish I could have recorded it. The face that I gave when the duet with Miley Cyrus happened. I was not expecting that one bit, but I love the song. Hey, Uli! Like, I was not expecting Miley to be on this album at all. I'm gonna put one more of the Dahlias. Yeah, I mean, I like Marsala. I don't think I've ever done a wreath on a live, so I was like, when I actually found grapevines today. Today is literally the first time I have found grapevines in 2 months, and of course, because I was in a hurry, I only bought one, but they had several, so I may go back and get a few more. Right? It's a great album. Now, is it all actually country? No, it's not what I was expecting at all. But I'm not disappointed in it. All right, so I have two up, two low. You can't find them either. Like today when I went in Hobby Lobby, they had like a full stock. Now ovals they only had like 4 of, but rounds they had 3 different sizes and a lot of them. So I'm assuming they had just got them in. So I'm gonna keep these 2 in case I need to use them as filler. Now I'm gonna go in with my small yellows. I say small, but they're not really small. They're supposed to be ronculus. Ronculus, however you want to say it. Hey, shorty. Right? I mean, I was getting a little discouraged that I didn't want to have to order them online. And I really thought I was going to have to. You'll notice that I'm kind of not following a true pattern. Again, I don't typically, so no surprise. And I'm not pushing the flowers all the way in, so it's not going to be flat. It's going to have some depth to it. Now, I will say, I did notice at Hobby Lobby today that they did not have... Now, I won't say they did not have. Our store is getting... It's a brand... I say brand new. It's about 2 or 3 years old, but they're remodeling some stuff as they're also redoing the floors. So I did notice that I could not find... The hot glue was not where the hot glue should be. Because I was going to get some more pellets for my glue pot. But they, they had, like, the small glue sticks, but that was it. Hey, Charlene! So I was a little disappointed about that. And I did not have time to stop at Michael's today, so. Sometimes when you buy flowers, they may need to be turned. And what I mean by turned, you may have an area where the flower is missing, or it looks like, and all you have to do is turn the flower and kind of squeeze it. and it'll help fill in that spot. So after me today is Rosie with, I hope I'm saying that right. It's Rosie with lollipops, right? Somebody confirm that I was correct on that, please. Hey, Tisha. Thank you for sprinkling. You got it? Okay. Yes, lollipops. Always, every time I say her name, I think I'm saying it wrong. I think it was because I met her after I met Jamie with Lollipop Lady, who is now Glam Candy Boutique. So I always thought I was going to get her name, get them confused. Like, I always thought I was going to get the two confused. I think that's why I have issues with her name now. I'm looking for my glue real quick. Give me just 1 second. Well, I don't know where I put it. Well, that's not fun. I will just chop up a glue stick real quick. So glue pellets are just little tiny pellets of glue that it looks kind of like you took a hot glue gun and, a hot glue stick and just chopped them up. So it's all the same. Like, I technically didn't have to chop it up, but I felt like I should. All right. We got one more yellow. I think we're going to put it down here at the bottom. We'll cut the stem down just a little bit on this one, not much. Yeah. All right. Next, let's go in with our blue. This is the blue. They remind me of blue bonnets, but I don't think they're blue bonnets. But they're cute. These, I don't really have a need to tilt them forward. So that's a good thing. So this morning, y'all, again, it was 49 this morning. I put on a sweater, like a pullover sweater. And after the first car light, I had to get rid of the sweater. Yeah, after the first car light, I did not need the sweater anymore. And I think it is 80, right at 80 right now. No, Sue, none at all. It's really, when you make a wreath, you're making it how you want it to look. I've mixed flowers that most people would say don't go together. The way I look at a wreath is the same way that I look at everything else. Design for yourself and how you like it. And if you decide to sell it and they don't like what you've done, then that wasn't the wreath for them. You know? That's what special orders are for. I do typically like to do my flowers in odd numbers, which I have not done on either of these two flowers today. I'm not a huge fan of doing stuff in even numbers, but today I have, so. Good, Charlene. Make you one. Hey, CC. And because flowers have stems that are wire, you can always turn them in the directions you want them. Like this one automatically wants to droop, so I'm going to hang it on the bottom. I'm going to do it on the bottom, so that hopefully, you know, gravity will do its thing and it'll hang right. Now, you do want to make sure, I've got two left of this one. Like I've done all these here. I'm going to go back here and I'm going to add another one in down here. Like this. Like I don't want everything to be on the same plane of existence, if that makes sense. You don't want your wreath to look flat. Like technically I should have probably done this one over here. But it's already glued in there now, so. And you can always pull things out that you don't like in the place they're in. That is definitely something you can do. This one is going to go on this side, but kind of in this area right here. So I am going to have to cut this stem down some. Thank you, Charlene. Yeah, when you make stuff like this, you're doing it. You do you. Nikki B, what's up, my girl? And when you're working with grapevine, if it doesn't go in the first time, wiggle a little bit. All you gotta do is get past. There's usually a stick in the way, so just get past that and you'll be fine. Now we have our whites. Maybe they're supposed to be gladiolas. Not really sure. They're pretty though. Thanks, Nikki B. Michelle, I thought you were on my live last night. You were on my live last night? You must be talking to Nikki B. Because you were on my live last night. Because we talked about your dragon. The white ones will do. See, this is the first wreath I've made in so long. I don't know if I necessarily miss making wreaths, but I do. I miss buying supplies for making wreaths a lot. Like making, that's my favorite part about wreaths is going to buy the stuff to make them. We have a great shop not too far from the house that has some pretty good stuff. And their prices, because I get to buy at cost, their prices are really good. Thank you, Charlene. Yeah, I'm not sure. Like, it reminds me of a gladiola, but not really, because it doesn't have the leaves coming up. So I'm not sure. Right. Like, I've been buying ribbon off of Sam's live sales. Not a lot, just a little bit. But I'm like, I don't even really make wreaths anymore. But I was able to pull 11 different rolls of ribbon I could use with this project today. Thank you, Deanne. No problem, Marcella. They're white and they're pretty. They work. Like, I really wanted it to look very wildflower looking. I'm not so much getting the wildflower look, but I am getting English garden, which is also very pretty. So, oh, me too. Star of Bethlehem. Okay, I'll look that up. That might be what it is. My mom was a huge wreath maker. Like, that was her thing. That was one of her favorite things to do. Wreaths and thank you, Kathleen. Hey, Margarita. What I've got 30. I have an hour. Okay. I was like, dang, that went fast. I still have an hour. I think I'm going to pull this one out and reposition it. Thank you for sprinkling. Yeah, I'm going to pull this one back out. Maybe. Maybe not. That took a lot of work, yo. Cut the bottom of that off. Yeah, I decided I didn't want it there. I want it, like, right here. Thank you, Marcella. All right. So that's all of those. Now what I want to do is I want to go back in with, I have some of this left. I'm going to go back in and add some of it in this little area right here to help fill in that gap. So it does, you notice it just hangs, right? The plus side is you can kind of wrap it where you want it. Because like I said, all we're doing with this is I'm using this to help fill in that spot. So right now it's really just there as space filler. The bow is going right here. And that one I literally just weaved in and out of the bushes that were already there, just to fill in that little gap a little bit more in that one spot. My last one is actually going to come in and go right here, just to fill in that a little bit. I like hangy things on my wreath. This one, that one, I like that one. All right, now, like I said, we have some more greenery left to fill in empty spots. We have 2 pink flowers left if I choose to use them. Then we have our small picks, which are yellow, and purple. But let's talk ribbon. All right. So I think my main focal ribbon that I want to use, remember we're not doing a big poofy bow, we're kind of doing a loose sloppy bow, is this. This is the ribbon I think I want to use. They're hot glued. I'm dipping them in a glue pot before I stick them in. Hey Marie, look, we're making a wreath. So I think this is my main ribbon I want to use. I think my other option for the main ribbon, I have 2, is this one. Hey Nicole. Now I could use both of them. They go together very well. This is a Michaels ribbon, and if I remember correctly, this is a D. Stevens from a few seasons ago. We also have a plaid, but I was scared that the plaid may take it too Eastery. And this one is RG ribbon, really great ribbon. Thank you, Carol. How are you doing? See, I think that's really pretty in there, but I feel like it may take it too Eastery. So first we need to pick the main ribbon, and then we have small yellow, blue, pink that we can add to it. I know you love the plaid. And it's not going to be a lot of bow, so it could work. Tina likes the pastel plaid. Let me try. I just want to see what this looks like with a loose bow. Yeah, really great. Let me see where I put it. See it? Really great. the floral print in the plaid. We'll try that. I just want to see what this looks like because I like this ribbon so much. No, it's not the right ribbon for this one. Let me twist this one back up. Hey, Liz. Okay, Marsala. God. Yeah, too much green. Dropped it. I think it works. And like I said, we're not doing a big poofy bow, so I think it'll be alright. And, I mean, it's just ribbon. We can always take it apart if we don't like it. So, there's that. So what I'm doing is a simple messy bow. Well, I call it messy bow. I don't know what it's actually called. Yeah, I'm going to put some solid colors with it. We have pink, turquoise, yellow. And a green. We also have a green, but I don't think I'm going to do the green. I'm going to drive some of y'all crazy because I only did 3 loops of the flower. Let me get a zip tie real quick. I'm going to go ahead and zip tie this section together. So, some of y'all may say, what are you doing with the zip tie? Y'all, zip ties will be your best friend if you do it. I promise. Hey, Albert. So nothing is symmetrical with what I'm doing. You do that with your bows too? I love using a zip tie. So, keep in mind this isn't exactly done yet. Nicole said that too? I didn't see that. So, we're not doing anything like there's only one streamer. Now, we can always go back in and add additionals, you know. I'm just going to leave that sitting there real quick. Alright, so we have 2 blues to choose from. 2 teals, whatever. This one has a little bit of trim on it. This is just a solid, almost satiny look, Grosgain. Trim, no trim. Oh, aren't y'all great at getting to sit together and things? Trim. All right, we're going trim. Now, we got that one picked out. Let's move on to the pinks. I'm actually going to do away with the pink on my own. We're going to use this pink. Not this one. We do have this option, but I feel like it's it has too much of a country feel to it. I don't like how it looks with that ribbon. So we're going to do away with that one. No, it's wired. It's a wired ribbon. I randomly found it at Sam's. Yellow. This yellow I think is too wide. I don't want another wide. My bow fell. I don't want another wide ribbon. So we're going to go with the thin yellow. Just stay up there until I get the rest of your bow done. You trimmed the bush? Good. I'm sure somebody's really happy about that. So yeah, we'll do the yellow, the trim blue, and the pink in two-tone pink. And do we want this green? Do we want to add any green in? Because we can. No to the green. No green? Okay. I mean, because we still do have some greenery to add in too, so. Now, once we get this bow on there, we may go back and add some other tails mixed in, but I'll explain that to you in a second. So all three of these, well actually, this one, the blue with trim, the pink and on pink are both from Michael's. The yellow is actually from Walmart last year. But it has like a velvety feel into it, even though it's not velvet. It's a very soft ribbon. I really like it. I was hoping they'd have it again this year, but they did not. Hey, Shelby. No problem. Shelby, I heard that you made an incredible flamingo that I need to check out. I do wish that these small ribbons, hey Carly, were a little bit thicker. I mean, they have a good wire to them, but I wish they were a little bit thicker. I'll have to go check that out, because we all know how much I love a flamingo. couldn't really tell, but the blue trim, I don't know if you can see it or not. Can't really see it on camera, but it has a little bit of sparkle in it. I like it. Yeah, Kathleen came in late last night, was not able to watch the live. But like I said, it's not the same project we left last night. So, yeah, it looks different today. I should be able to get that finished in here a little bit and post a picture of it. So that's going to be the other section. Yes, they're big. That's what I wanted. Now you have two options here. Each section is zip tied together. You can go in and do a piece of wire, or you can go in. This is actually a much bigger bow than I'd originally wanted to make. But my guy, how are you, my guy? You can wire these together or zip tie them. I'm actually zip tying them, so. I'm actually not a huge fan of bows. If you've seen my wreaths I made in the past, a lot of them actually don't have bows. They have loops mixed in throughout the entire wreath. Busy and looking good? I get it. Oh, you're saying the wreath looks good. I thought you were saying you were busy and looking good. I was like, I mean, I get it. I mean, it's a hard life to live. It's me too. I'm busy and looking good, you know? Yeah, I mean, I love to buy ribbon. So this bow is a mix of high-end ribbon and low-end ribbon. And it works, you know? Let me get a... now, I am going to use wire to put the wreath on. I mean, the bow on the wreath. I could not find my roll wire, so I'm just using this packaged wire that I found. I bet he does, Sue. That's you? High end, low end? I like to pretend I'm high end, but we all know it's not who we are. We're just classy. Now I'm just feeding the wire through the grapevine. You can put it just directly around the wreath. I like to put it through the wreath. That way it can't slide as easy. I did not put it on high enough. Let me redo that. Alright, now that I've got it wired on, I'm just going to go in and I'm going to fluff it some. It's a lot of ribbon. I love mixing ribbon soup. And your loops all don't have to come out. Like, I can take this pink one, this pink streamer here, tail, and I can have it come out right there if I want to. Like, they don't have to come out of the bottom of your wreath. So now I'm taking my finger and I'm just rolling this up. I'll show you why in just 1 second. So I rolled it up like a little curl. And I'm just kind of untwirling it a little bit. I'm doing the same thing with the other ones. First I'm folding the ends because I did not dovetail them. Then I'm just rolling it. I actually, when I ship wreaths that have tails, I roll them to ship it. But so now that I've got it rolled up, pulling it down, just make it a little curl. I'm going to do that with the pink also. So it just gave it some little curls. Now I don't want this tail this long, so I'm going to cut it about here. I am going to dovetail that one, or what I call dovetail. Not sure what everybody else calls it. Same thing with this one. All right. Hola, Maria. Thank you. So, now we've got the ribbon where we want it. There's a hole here, so I'm going to go in and add some greenery in that section. That's why I was saying keep some greenery to the side. Let me put this off to the side so I can get back to the rest of my flowers. So at this point, if you don't count the ribbon, because like I said, it's high and low end ribbon pricing, let's just say that you used $10 in ribbon. The wreath was $8, and I spent $20 on flowers. So that's $38 right there, right? Not bad to get a decent quality wreath, but I was able to find the flowers at a discount store. You know. So there's options out there where you don't. If you don't want to spend hundreds of dollars on a wreath, you don't have to. Find you some discount flowers. Find you some discounted ribbon. The grapevine, I had to spend $8 for because that's all they had. Which actually $8 for a grapevine this size isn't a bad price. So that's good. So just know that you can do it on a lower end budget. You don't have to spend hundreds of dollars to have a wreath for your door, you know? Let's see. Let's go ahead and add in the rest of this greenery. Not sure what this is either, but it's a cute greenery. And like I said, I'm just going in and adding it to where I saw the holes at. Like I know there's one there. I think Corey's home. It ran to pick up some supplies that he needed for something Easter Bunny related. Yes, we do Easter baskets for each other. Hey, Q. Like, I could have 100% didn't have to put this last set of greenery in. But I knew there were some spots there that needed it, you know? He's sneaking in like you don't do this every live.
Hey.
Mm-hmm. That's all he said. Mm-hmm.
Ready?
When
you finish?
When I finish, I still got 20 minutes.
Oh, I'm being.
Okay. You being bossy. Hey, Liz. Oh, y'all were talking to Corey. You're already been here. Duh. Thank you, Q. All right. Now, we have these little yellows. We're going to add some of those in. And then I have, after we do this little bit of stuff here, I have two other things to show you that we may or may not use. We may not need them. So these are just little poofs. I don't know what they are. I just thought they were cute. They look like wildflowers. I love the glue pot for this type of project. I love it. Like for gluing stems and stuff, I think it's the best option. The plug-in pans, yeah, that's what one of my first jobs was at a florist, and that's what she had. She had like great big plug-in frying pans. Do it, Nikki B. You can do it. Put your back into it. So, crayons, huh? And what would you do with said melted crayons? Just wondering. Do it, do it, do it. All right, now I have some more of the yellows left, but we're going to save those. Now we're going to switch to this. I love this. I think it's supposed to be lavender. Not really sure. I just like it. Don't stop. Get it, get it. Now I'm going to cut some of these, not cut, but pull some of the bottom leaves off of this because they're just going to be in the way. All right, Michelle. Y'all over here trying to melt Barbie and stuff? How rude. Now, these stems that I got have 3 on them, and you can always cut this into 3 pieces if you wanted to individually do it, which I may do through here. Like when I was doing a whole lot of wreaths, like there was a point in time where I was selling like at least 5 to 10 wreaths a month. The glue pot saved it. Like it saved me so much time. Oops. Hey, Susan. Oops. No, but I have to the glass of my curio cabinet. Not so much glued, but I definitely got glue on the glass of the curio cabinet. Because, you know, sometimes I like to work in there, and that's I hang the stuff on the front of the curio cabinet. That one bent on me. There we go. Sorry about that. I had a moment. I had to fix something. So we got about 15 minutes left. Remember that after me is Rosie with lollipops. And then later tonight, you have Spanglish Amigas and their two special guests, which is Jennifer with This and That Southern Decor and Lauren with Our Unique Touch. So they're going to be on later tonight. So you've got a full day of lives if you just want to sit around and watch lives today. Which sounds like an incredible idea to me. We're almost done, y'all. Almost. There are some people who would have stopped a long time ago. Because I just keep adding. Because why not? Sorry. Moment. I think I'm going to cut this and add a few more randoms of these in. I got some yellow that we're going to add in and we'll be done. Not at all what I had pictured in my head, but I really like it. Unlike last night's, not what I had pictured in my head. Didn't really care for. Somehow I knocked it off the hook. Alright, and the last things we're going to add are just these. $10 minutes. We can do it. We can do it. Ow. Stuck my finger in the glue, y'all. Yeah, Airy and Wispy is more what I wanted for this. This ended up a lot fuller than I had anticipated. But it's one of those things where I got started and I was like, ooh, no, I want to add that, and I want to add that, you know? I'm not really sure, Teresa, with this quality of flower and everything, price point probably, This would probably be at least an $80 to $90 wreath. And that's just me doing math without doing my math. That's me guessing. I don't do a 3 times base. Mine is completely done different from that. 3 times your base, in my opinion, does not cover the cost that you put into it. It does not cover your time and everything, in my opinion. I used to do it that way, and then I realized that I'm not covering my time the right way. So I don't do it 3 times the base. The way I do it